Hi, Darkrealmers. I don't know how long I can talk or how long I'll be on this camera. I can't raise my voice. Something strange is happening. The lights went out and I thought it was just a fuse, but it wasn't. I went and turned them back on and then they went back off. And now I can hear something in here. There's something here. I swear to God, there's something here. Look, I don't know. Oh God, it's at the door. I can hear it scratching. My cats, I heard them scream. I heard the thing's done something to my cats. Oh God. Oh God, I don't know how long I'll be able to stay in here. Please, if you find this video, if someone sees it, please send help. I'm so scared. I'm so very bad. And the award for Best Actor goes to Michael J. Elliott for Dark Realm Diaries intro. Yay! I'd like to thank my mom and the Academy and all the wonderful people who... Oh, sorry, Darkrealmers, I got lost in the moment. Hey, it's horror author and illustrator Michael J. Elliott here with you. If this is your first time to watching the Dark Realm Diaries, welcome. And if you want to keep up with the best in horror movie, TV reviews, book reviews and trivia, hit that subscribe button now. Okay, Darkrealmers, I've got a treat for you today. It's another movie review. And if you're one of those people who are scared of the dark, or you were scared of the dark as a kid, this one will have you on the edge of your seat, okay? Now, I did get frightened as a child of the dark. I'm a little bit better now, but hey, we all have that fear of things that go bump in the night, okay? And this is a great example of this. Now, this movie was based on Robert Sanford's 3-minute horror film. And to take a 3-minute horror film where you've got to really encapsulate everything and broaden it out takes a lot of work, a lot of thought, a lot of planning, and by and large, he's done this really, really well, okay? Now, rather than me go on and on about what the movie is and so forth, I'll let you watch the trailer and you can see for yourself, okay?
I'll see you tomorrow.
You know, one of these nights you could let me...
He's sexy. I like you. A lot. Hello?
Your brother fell asleep in homeroom this morning for the 3rd time in the past week.
Where's Mom?
Someone keeps on coming over.
Who?
Her name's Diana.
What did you say? Hi, Mom. Hey, you want to talk about it?
I've been sleeping with the lights on. Every time I turn them off, there's this woman. She doesn't like the light.
I know. I see her too.
Mom?
What's up? Did we wake you?
What?
I want to tell you a story. Long time ago, I had a friend named Diana. I found out something really bad happened to her. But she came back. She's gonna stay as long as you keep the lights out.
a dead woman in this house. Oh, God! Everyone is afraid of the dark, and that's what she feeds on.
Okay, Darkrealmers, have you got your candles with you? I mean, just to be safe, hey. Now, this is a great little creepfest movie. It's very intense. If you like those films like The Ring and The Grudge, where, you know, like someone or some horrible, you know, version of like a child or whatever appears, then you will love this. You really will love this. It's a great horror fest, okay? Okay, Amber, I know you're not going to watch it, but that's all cool, okay? That's all good. And anyway, we start off the movie with a man in his textile factory, and he's basically, going through accounts and so forth, and he gets a video call from his son Martin, and his son says, "Dad, when are you coming home? Mum's talking to herself again, and I'm a bit worried. Is she going to get better?" And Martin says to his father, and his father says, "Yes, I'm working on that right now." Well, we cut to an employee who's basically locking up for the night, and she spots something in the shadows, and she comes back in after she asks whether he wants anyone to work back, and he says no. And she says, "There's something in here. I don't know. I saw it in the storeroom. I think you better check." So we know something's out there. Something, okay? We don't know what, but we know something. Anyway, Martin's father goes out and he sees a shadow move across, okay? And this thing starts chasing him. And then he finds, as soon as he steps under one of the lights, the creature backs off. But that doesn't save him. So we're set up with the first murder by this thing, okay? Now, the story involves Martin, okay? It primarily focuses on Martin and how he's afraid of this thing in the dark. And it's not his imagination, Darkrealmers, okay? Now, he has a mother who's got a history of mental illness, okay? And she's so wrapped up in her own world, she doesn't have time for him. And the character of Martin is really good because for a young kid, he shows a lot of maturity. You know, the actor who plays him is very good, and the character itself shows a lot of maturity, you know, and he tries to cope after his father's died with things, you know, with his mother's, locking herself in her room and not having any of the lights on. And even though these strange goings on are happening, and he tries to cope. Unfortunately, because he's staying awake all night, he's falling asleep in class, as you saw by that clip. Now, into the scene comes his sister Rebecca. It's his stepsister. And she has a boyfriend, and for some reason, the one thing that sort of irked me a little bit about the movie was Rebecca has a thing about commitment. She's not keen on commitment, and her boyfriend's very keen on they've been together 8 months, and he's very keen on making it something more substantial, but she won't even let him, you know, put his clothes there. Now, it may have something to do with her childhood. It may have something to do with the fact that she left home early and she became very independent early on. But that wasn't explored a great deal in the movie, and that we could have just had a few explanations about that. But that's a very, very minor fault. Anyway, Rebecca steps up to the plate and she goes to the school and takes charge of Martin. Now, as the movie progresses, we find a lot about this creature because it happened to Rebecca too. She was terrorised by this creature. And we find out later on that their mother was in a mental institution at a young age, and she befriended someone called Diana who'd been physically and mentally abused and found locked up in a basement and chained up. And, you know, it's the reports and everything that Rebecca finds says this child, Diana's evil. Well, Rebecca's and Martin's mum don't think that. It's her best friend. But of course, Diana tries to manipulate them. Now, of course, you have to take into account that Diana is actually dead, and this is some form of her spirit or a form she's taken on or whatever. And, the fact that this has happened to both Martin and Rebecca shows that the director doesn't have to go through all that, oh, you're just imagining it, it's not real, all that sort of thing. So we've done away with that, and we get into the action, which is really, really nice, okay? And basically, Diana appears when Rebecca's mum feels vulnerable and she's not taking her medications because she can control her easier. And so there's some great scenes in there where Rebecca tries to get her mother to step up to the plate and say, look, you need to be responsible. Oh, but Diana's my friend and everything. And it's Rebecca who takes on the role of mother, and her boyfriend who, it's one of those ones where you think someone's going to die. And I was hoping it wasn't the boyfriend, because he is a great character. I mean, he doesn't have a lot to do, but he's a very sympathetic character because he takes on these responsibilities because he loves Rebecca. And so he basically becomes a surrogate father for Martin. And, even though this is terrifying and he could easily walk away, he doesn't, okay? And the movie progresses like that. Now, it'll have you basically cheering for them because, Diana has some really spectacular ways of removing light and making sure that she can appear. As you saw in that clip, you saw the fire go out, their only source of light. It's very chilling, and it does prey well on our fear of the dark realmers, okay? And what you'll find is that because the movie sort of gets straight into it, and we're already set up, as I said, with the first murder and the first taste of this Diana, and so we know what's going on, and we know that this is just the first of many attempts, okay? Because Diana is very selfish. She wants to keep Rebecca's and Martin's mum all to herself. So she drove away Rebecca's first husband. She killed her second one. She's trying to drive Martin away and basically isolate Rebecca's mum, and so it's a battle in Rebecca's house between Rebecca's mum keeping Diana alive and the others trying to find some way to get rid of her forever. And the twist is really good. At the end, it's amazing, okay? But I'm going to give you now a really nice little, it's a short film, and it's a little behind-the-scenes making of Lights Out. And you'll see the director, and you'll see some of the cast members talk about the movie. So let's have a look at that, Dark Realm.
Each one of us is being haunted by this thing.
James has so much experience in the genre. He's created Saw and Insidious and Conjuring. He knows it inside and out. Seeing James Wan's name is very exciting.
I think he is just so brilliant.
Hello? Martin?
When we decided that Lights Out could be extracted into a feature format, we knew that we needed it to be smart like the short.
I saw something.
It was great just having James' expertise there, and he had a lot of valuable input on what to expect.
Just having him on set and guiding us and giving us bits of advice, he just has that mind for it.
As producers, it's always a challenge to try and find directors that understand how to construct scare scenes and to construct new ways to do it. David really has the smarts for it. There's really brilliance behind this concept. Growing up as kids, we're afraid the boogeyman could be hiding in the closet, and Lights Out really plays on that fear.
Okay, Dark Realmers, well, that's my take on Lights Out. It's a great movie. Now, it's not one of the best horror films that you will see, but it's certainly competently made. And they have spent a bit of time developing the characters, okay, particularly Martin and Rebecca, who is basically the heroine. And so it's really well done, you know, for the movie that it is, okay. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, okay. And it had me sort of when the characters, you know, were faced and there were no lights, I found myself saying, oh, I hope you find a torch or something, please, please, you know, get some light happening. So you do find yourself sort of with the characters, you know, going through what they're going through and trying, you know, like to pray that they find some source of light, okay. Now, I saw this on Netflix, okay, so it's available on Netflix and DVD. Check it out for yourselves, okay. As I said, it's a great little horror movie, okay, and it follows that theme of, you know, the girl from grunge and Rings and all that sort of thing, and it's a really fun little horror movie, okay. And the director and the writer have really tapped into our fear of the dark and what goes bump in the night, so I'm sure you're going to enjoy that one, Dark Realmers. Okay, well, that's it for me, Michael J. Elliott. I hope you've enjoyed my review. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to leave a comment for me. If you've seen the movie, tell me what you thought. Has this inspired you to see it, perhaps, okay? And don't forget to subscribe to us for some more great horror content, okay? Now, I'll make sure these lights don't go out. And as I always say, which is particularly appropriate at this time, stay in the light, Dark Realmers. I'll see you again very, very soon.